What's up, everybody? About to join my opponent. We're playing some 10th edition. We're doing a Zoanthrope Zoo today. Just hop in the chat room real quick here. What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Not too bad.
Yeah, sorry, it took me a minute to figure out why I couldn't join. I was studying for a final earlier and didn't turn off my VPN.
Ah, you're trying to
Yeah.
study for a final in Britain.
My school's got a weird thing where even though I live on the other side of town, they require me to do a VPN to access the library.
Oh, that's annoying.
It's very annoying.
To protect their secrets.
Dude.
Amazing. All right, look at these Chaos Knights. It's the big shooty guy and then this other guy.
So of course using 9th edition points, but with that this is 1920, so there's 80 points left over. So I'm pretty sure I'd be able to afford 3 enhancements with this list.
Yeah, it looks like the enhancements are probably like, I don't know, like 20 to 30.
Yeah. So you want me to run you through what I got here?
Yeah. Just give me the enhancements and stuff. This is
Sure.
This is not get a floating reroll guy, right?
No, that's the despoiler.
Mm.
This is the desecrator. So he's kind of the shooting guy. He's the one with 2-up ballistic skill. He gets the lethal hits and shooting against monsters and vehicles, and the some other buffs. So he's got the Trader's Mark, which is the one that says that he basically has turn 3 Dread Auras active for him at all times. So
yeah.
He gets +1 to wound, battle shock stuff, and you're -1 to hit him if you're battle shocked.
Cool.
The Knight Tyrant is running the Harpoon and Flamer, and he's got the enhancement for Armor of Contempt.
Yep.
And then I've got a Stalker, because that's the only War Dog that's a character. There's just the single Stalker here, with the Aura of Terror, which lets him do the sticky objectives and make the objective scary once it's sticky.
Love that. And then it's 2 Carnivores, 3 Brigands.
3 Brigands. Yep.
Okay. Sounds good.
Everything's got Havoc launchers.
Yep. Sweet. I just put a bunch of Zoanthropes in my list and then called it good.
Nice.
So it's Old One Eye with his Carnifex friends, a bunch of Lictors to stand on objectives in the front, 3 individual Pyrovores to get ready cover. These are Venom Thropes to give stealth and cover to people. Not that cover matters, but they do give stealth. The Biovores hopefully max all my secondaries. There's the Swarmlord. Oh, this should say Swarmlord. There's a Swarmlord, but I don't know if he's going to do anything. And then just a regular Hive Tyrant. He'll have perfectly adapted to the floating reroll. In case you shoot him. And I think... Yeah, it just...
Does the Hive Tyrant have a unit that you can join in this army?
Not in this army. They can only join Tyrant Guard. So if you don't pay like 45 points a month for Tyrant Guard, then they just stand in the middle of the They're real bad.
And the Carnifexes... These Carnifexes are 8 wounds each, right?
I don't remember. Let's check. How big? I thought...
The only reason I thought they were 8 is because I remember looking at them and be like, hey, I can 2-shot those with the Doomsday Arc. Maybe I'm wrong, though.
I don't know why I did this. I have their card right here. They are 8 wounds, yep. And Old One Eye is 9. So he's got an extra one with these guys.
And Old One Eye's got the feel no pain is really hard to kill. And
yep.
Blah blah blah. Nice. Sweet. And Biovores spawn Spore Mines, which are scoring somehow.
Yep.
And neat.
Neato.
Just last thing, remind me what the anti-tank psychic power on the Zoanthrope is.
It's a las cannon, but it's just 24 inches and has lethal hits.
So strength 12?
It trades 24 inches of range for lethal hits, yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's exactly a las cannon.
Fun times.
Good shit, but I'm going to give myself lethal hits against vehicles anyway, so like really, it basically has a blank ability on it that you probably pay points for because this faction has been created by a madman.
Well, I haven't played against them too much, but I mean, we haven't seen if they're the worst yet. We've got a few more
Well,
factions
I
to go.
mean, Death Guard do look pretty bad.
I haven't looked over the full Death Guard thing yet.
Yeah, there's nothing in there. It's just basically the other stuff that we see. The Hellbrute's cool. If you shoot somebody with the Hellbrute, it counts you as in contagion range, but that's like the only interesting thing.
Well, at least for Death Guard players, they can just play heavily converted Chaos Marines, and they can still take Plague Marines.
They're like, guys, I'm just playing Mark of Nurgle Chaos.
Yeah.
And then everything's like unshootable. Like, yeah. I don't know.
I remember looking over the demon stuff, and like even there, like Slanesh is more durable than Nurgle somehow.
Right.
It's a little sad.
Yeah.
All right, so
cool.
all that's going on there.
All that stuff's happening right there. That's what's happening. That
you just want to randomly generate a mission?
We could do that. I have had interesting results randomly generating missions, but sure.
I guess we can veto it if it seems like it's going to be too cancerous.
For sure.
I'll just bop this button right here.
No, this gets you an extra secondary. Sites of Power.
And so this is only if someone's doing tactical secondaries?
I don't believe so.
In this mission, each character... But you're not drawing secondary cards if you're playing fixed, right?
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah. Well. Oh, it just lets you, like... I guess you just dig, right? You draw an additional to discard. So it doesn't give you an extra one. You just draw more if you're playing tactical.
Okay.
Alright. Do you draw through your... How many objective cards are there? There's only like 12 secondary mission cards, right?
There's 9, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fixed ones. So then if you're playing
okay, so
tactical, you would shuffle the fixed into that. So it'd be, I believe there's 16.
Nice. We're on Hammer and Anvil. That's this one.
And what's the Sites of Power? No Man's Land.
The player whose turn it is empowers all sites of power they control, and have one or more characters within range of it. Okay, well, that's not gonna happen.
I have a couple of those.
It remains empowered until while one or more of your character units remain within range, and they count extra if they are empowered.
Okay, so you get double points if you're holding something with a character.
Yes.
And then it's just bottom of turn scoring for second player.
Yes.
All right. Sweet. Easy enough. In the last game that I played, we drew the special mission. It said draw 2 more mission rules.
Oh, amazing. The last one I did, we drew the one where you set up all objectives. Except it's like a 5 objective mission, so one person just gets 3 like outside their deployment zone. The other person gets 2. You're just like,
that's a little wacky.
All right. That's probably not supposed to be on a 5 objective layout. All right. Attacker and defender.
I guess before we do any of that, I think I have to determine if I'm doing fixed or tacticals.
Sure.
Because knights don't exactly lend themselves to doing tactical, but I got to make sure I've got a good game plan for fixed.
Yeah, I guess I can. How do I just bring it down work? Do I actually?
It's better than before. It's 2 points base, and then it's like 10 to 14 wounds is an additional point, and then after war dogs are worth 3, and these knights are worth like 5.
Yeah, I'll play that. I don't know if I kill any of that stuff, but we'll see. I'll do that, and I'll do engage in all friends.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you give a 12 on bring it down. There's no prisoners anymore.
Correct.
Not in fixed.
Right.
Could probably do that one. It's not a terrible one. That one doesn't really work. I could play behind enemy lines with my knight army.
Hey.
That could go well. How many characters do you have?
2.
I feel like that's still a trap even in this edition.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, that's
I mean, turns out when your character is like 200 points, then yeah,
Right.
you don't get.
They
that
are
many of
your
them.
mixer units, though.
They are my.
They
what?
are the ones that want to go in and like the ones that want to go in and mix it up.
Oh,
Sort of.
oh man. I'm just gonna hope that you die to las cannons, and then I don't have to worry about the primary score.
Also fair. Shoot. Yeah, I think I'll just take bring it down and storm hostile objective on fixed.
That's the one where it's just shock tactics.
Yeah, 4 points to take an objective that you controlled.
Cool. And it doesn't score on the first turn, right?
I don't believe so.
Nice. All right. So it is time to roll to deploy first.
Yeah.
I got a 3.
I got a 6.
You pick. Probably make me deploy first, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're good.
there's chaos sites don't have any for deploy, right?
No.
And we just called the walls just for the ease of use, because they should have like roofs and shit. We called them like true line of sight blocking. But then obviously the knights can shoot.
So no windows in there or anything?
Yeah, no windows. So you can hide from the towering if you're like standing up against it, basically. But then if you just peek around the edge,
but I can see through like the top floor.
Yeah, trying from that guy, I don't really care so much about. But like if I'm up against the wall, like he should be able to see me. Like if I'm in this corner, right? Like he's not gonna see me.
Right.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like if he's inside a ruin, I don't have a problem with him shooting out of it. Or if he's like up against the wall and he's shooting through the window.
I'm thinking about like, if I'm standing here and you got a guy over there and I can see you over the broken second floor.
Sure. That's fine. Yeah. But then obviously I could also see you.
Of course.
Nice. All right. Let's deploy a unit. I have lots of units to deploy, so that's fun. I will place. One of my models in my deployment zone. I'll just put old One Eyes units.
Those meanies.
I don't think these guys are getting hidden very much. So I might just eat it. Go there. Alright. Correct, not the war dogs, chat. War dogs are not towering. Only the big guys.
Set up a brigand over here.
Wow.
So this is yet another mission where our deployment zone objectives don't count for anything, right? We're just fighting over no man's land.
Is it?
Because you can empower.
Side of power. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, I don't think I can score this one. Hopefully, I accidentally tabled.
Well, hang on. Sides of power. No, I think you can hold every objective for 3 points, but you can only empower the middle ones.
Is it? No.
Because it doesn't say site of power.
Yeah, it does. It says the objective markers in no man's land are sites of power, and you score 3 victory points for each site of power. Oh no, you're right. It's each site of power they've empowered. Yeah, you're right. So you can get 3 by holding your home. You're right. I read the second one as the first one, and that's wrong. We'll put these guys down here. Back to you.
Throw down a carnivore over here behind the building.
Exciting stuff. I will do the Swarmy. Let's see. But Swarmlord, we'll put the Hot Tyrant here. We want him to do free strats on people. Cool.
24-inch you said on the zoanthropes?
Yep.
Okay. Can I move past this? No, good map design, GW.
Hey, at least it's not Alpine. That one had like every corner had fucking ruins that were like you couldn't fit a 60 mil through. They were like less than 2 inches between the edge. It was very bad.
That is awful.
Yeah.
That is just that's no.
I think I had to
no.
try to get like a Viper through it, and he's just like, oh, I can't. It's like I don't know, man.
I'll put a brigand over here.
Okay. I will put down some more Zoanthrope.
Spore mines are OC0, right?
Correct. They don't hold objectives, but they just do secondary stuff. And I guess before I go too far, I'm just gonna color my Zoanthrope so I keep them separate.
Okay.
There we go. This is a red unit. Red team, go. Okay. Back to you.
My Aura of Terror Stalker will go over here.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
I will put down a Biovore behind this wall. Ta-da.
What's the toughness on Biovores and Pyrovores? Like T5, 6?
Biovores are T6 with a 4+ armor save.
And what about Zoanthropes? T5?
T5 with a 4+ invulnerable.
Okay. You know what? We're gonna just do this now. Hi there.
Hello. Why, hello there. Put a Pyrovore off to the side here. I'll just keep putting Biovores down. Put another one here. Back to you.
Carnivore over here.
Nice. I will put this one. Just go here. He doesn't want to stick through the walls. Just like that. Should be tough to get a laser beam on him. Okay. Back to you.
Brigand.
Nice. Put another. Put a Biovore here. Sure. Back to you.
Where does this other big boy want to go? Can he fit there, or am I bad at deploying?
You might have to
I
shuffle.
think I'm bad at this step.
You can shuffle this guy if you want to.
Oh wait.
Oh, actually, that looks fine.
Yeah, I think he can squeeze.
Yeah, that seems good. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad we don't have to have a heartfelt discussion about whether or not his gun overlapping the deployment zone counts.
Yeah, right. Now we just gotta have a feel bad where when I walk up to a building and it overhangs, I can shoot you.
Yeah. Although I think
also a crazy thing about the super heavy rules, because it says that you can walk over models that are less than 4 inches tall. So modeling for advantage is even better against knights, because if you have a guy with like a really tall flag and you like have him hold it really, really high, a knight can't walk over him.
Does it really like check?
It's based on the height of the model.
Really?
It's based on the model height. Yeah, it's in the Chaos Knight army rules. It's also under Soul Grinders. Yeah, so you can walk over anyone that's less than 4 inches tall, and terrain features as well.
What? I thought it was
Right?
I thought it was just models all the time, and then also terrain features.
I think it's models that are 4 inches tall.
Super heavy walker. It can move over models And terrain features that are less than 4 inches in height. I think that it's supposed to be terrain features that are 4 inches and then models all the time.
Okay. So then does that mean that my knights can walk over titans?
I believe. Oh no, it says excluding Titanic models. So
Okay.
no.
But my like desecrator can walk over a war dog.
I believe that is the case.
Okay. I mean, that doesn't break the game. It's just a little interesting.
Yeah. I mean, you can also just like pay a CP to become like an incorporeal, right? Or does that only move through terrain?
I think it lets you do everything.
Yeah.
I'll double check it.
That's a sweet stratagem. That's like a nice quality of life. It existed before,
It's really, really
but it's
nice.
nice that they have like there's more access to it.
It's nice that it's not locked behind a faction and costs 2 CP.
Yeah. But you can do it in the charge phase too. Yeah, move through horizontally through models and terrain features as if they were not there. Let's go. All right.
I'm done deploying.
Oh, okay. So I'm just doing the rest. I think I should have taken the redeploy upgrade, I think, in this list is what I'm sort of feeling. And then if I go first, I can just put Zoanthropes on the line, but we didn't do that, so it's okay. Maybe next time.
I was looking through the... Oh, God.
Yeah. What were you saying?
I was just going to make whatever talk. I was going to say that I was looking through the Chaos Marine rules because I kind of want to see what a Chaos Marine army led by a Knight Tyrant looks like.
We're just going to be 22 inches away, so he can't shoot me.
Okay.
Right, because they don't advance and shoot, right? They just move 10.
No.
And then the Brigands are moved 12.
Yes. Brigands are 12.
So it'll just be like over here, so he doesn't get line of sight. Could go there. And maybe see me, so I'll just be back a little bit. And this guy... I was like, what if I just skillfully deploy this Lictor in front of your Tyrant, but I can't even deploy close enough to stop him from moving, so it doesn't matter. He's only moves 8 inches anyway. This Lictor will just... You just chill in the back and just always have this objective, maybe?
Do you have a way to pull models off the field?
I don't believe
strike
so.
them? Okay.
I probably do, and then somebody will remind me. Let's just do... Do I like put a guy in here? Get shot. I'm fine with him just going far away from you. Just come back here, I guess. All right, that's fine. And then Pyrobores aren't really that useful right now. Go like here. I guess if you want to shoot your laser destroyer at this Pyrobore, I'm probably okay with it. This guy can shoot down this line if he wants to.
It's not like shooting that Pyrobore would get me trans-hitman anymore.
Right, yeah. The range on... Oh, there's a carnivore. I'm like, oh, this carnivore's going to shoot me with all his scary guns. His horrifying guns. This guy can go over here, but he can't see, so
that carnivore right there killed like 4 Dire Avengers last game.
Hot diggity damn. That's solid. If this guy goes back here, you could run this dude 12, and then probably not shoot me either. All right, I'm good with that. Cool. Roll to go first.
Yeah, that's fine. I know.
I got a 2.
Give me 1 sec.
Okay. I don't know about these lictors, chat. The more I'm playing the lictors, I think 3 might be overkill. 2 seems good, but like in this matchup, they're just not useful because you can't hit anyone. They're not good at punching the war dogs, and they don't survive them. Jackalope, thanks for the follow. I feel like you've already followed me. Have you unfollowed me?
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. My car alarm went off for some reason.
Weird. I rolled a 2, by the way.
Oh.
To go
Yeah.
first. You are up first.
I don't think I want to do that, but okay.
Well, I think it's fine for you. Cool. Get a CP. Yeah. Alright.
Alright. And secret intel, yeah, that basically does nothing in this game.
We're basically playing Chillin' and Rain today.
Alright.
Come at me, Chaos Knights.
Oh, we will try. So I think I want to get an angle on those Carnifexes. That would be a good thing to start with,
No,
wouldn't it?
my Carnifexes.
You're in range of your Venomthropes?
Yep.
Yeah. So cover as well as...
Just cover.
No stealth?
Because they're monsters.
Oh, okay.
Venomthropes only give stealth to non-monsters. Ruff, ruff, ruff.
Yeah, let me go get... Alright, so looking at these Carnifexes. So if this Brigand moves out onto this objective, we can see that. Can we?
Probably. Sure.
Yeah, we got an angle on that Carnifex. Shit, we could shoot the Lictor if we wanted to, but I feel like that's not as priority of a target. What's the OC of a Lictor?
1.
I thought it'd be higher than that.
It's a Tyranid model. What are you talking about? Higher than that? Get out of here.
Well, I think that we just start the bully train. We just start rocking into the center of the bully.
Hell yeah. That's bully.
Spring can go over here. Do brigands have assault on their weapons? I don't believe they do. No, they do
Yeah,
not.
I don't. I'm actually like not super big fan of the new towering.
So
mechanic.
I think that Lictor is safe.
That was
And
the
in
intention.
which case we'll go over here
Nice.
and be also safe.
Nice.
Carnivore runs over here. Just real quick. Yeah, I don't think that the Tyrant's going to be able to shoot anything today with its meaningful stuff, so I think I might advance him from where he is. Because he also has his Desecrator Cannon and the Geist Strike missiles, which actually do have some decent range. But he cannot see the Carnifexes or much else.
Hot take is that Chaos Knights are the strongest? I could.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the Tyrant's going to advance this turn.
Ooh, that's good. That means I can
4 more.
do an aggressive move on the Carnifex without losing the whole unit. I could see that being the case, but I'm not 100% sure. I think we'd have to see more.
Where it comes over here, it's my command phase. My command phase, so this objective is sticky and scary. And then the Desecrator comes over here. And that will be our moves. And we will shoot.
Cool.
Question is, do I want a long leash for one brigand to ones? No, not this turn. But speaking of that brigand, we will start with him shooting at these carnivores.
The Carnifexes?
Carnifexes, yep, sorry.
Sweet.
And then do we want to throw the Havoc Launcher anywhere? What's the toughness on Zoanthropes again? I know
5.
5. We'll throw the Havoc Launcher into this squad of Zoanthropes over here.
Sweet.
So Melt again. 2s. Toughness
9.
9. 3s. 1 AP4.
The Brigand set on 2s?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. AP4
very
I
good.
save on a 5. Oh, I'm gonna do my... What? You have this guy I can see over here. And that's like... Yeah, I'm just gonna do my 5-up damage ignoring these guys for free.
Right.
I save. I didn't even need it.
Chain Cannon.
Maybe I will need it. Don't chain me, bro.
Unfortunately, no devastating wounds on, but it retained its 12 shots, so I can't complain. 4 at -1, strength 6.
So these are some 2s. 2 go through. Do I take them? I do. So one guy takes 2. Just do it in the back. You have, so this guy shoots over here, and then this guy advanced, right? Does he have any assault weapons?
Sorry, what was your question?
Does he have assault weapons?
Not that I was intending to shoot this turn. And no, he does not.
Okay, so we'll get angry for 8. Whoa! Here we go.
That's right. You can for getting shot. That's pretty cool. Completely forgot about that. All right, and then Havoc Launcher. 5 shots into the Zoanthropes.
Yep.
3s. 4s. 1.
Hiya.
No AP.
He's okay.
Nice. Do we have anyone else who can see? Within 24. You are within 24. Can you see that one guy? Yes, you can. And if I shoot again, you're going to get onto the objective further, right?
No,
or you're going to move further.
They get 1.
Yeah. Okay. Then yeah, we're going to shoot same targets with this brigand over here.
Sure.
I believe that they are the closest eligible target, technically speaking, for the direct fire weapons. So we will get +1 against them.
+1 what?
AP.
Oh, okay.
2s. Does not wound. Chain Cannon. 5s. 3 at AP2.
Okay. So we're on 3s. We're on a 5. He's okay.
And those Zoanthropes are closer for the Havoc Launcher, which has different valid targets. Hits all the times. Wounds twice -1 AP.
To be fair, though.
Oh, right. Yeah,
I'll take 1.
Cover.
This guy's down to 2.
Okay. Stalker can't see them. We got a carnivore, and we've got the big boy. So we'll do big boy into the Carnifexes. 3 shots. Hitting on 2s. What is the strength of this thing?
18, right? 99.
Yeah, 18. So that's devastating.
Are they devastating or lethal?
It's devastating wounds against monsters and vehicles shooting.
Oh, okay, cool.
So first off, 2 at AP4.
All right, so these are on 5s. So both go through.
The first one is going 5 damage.
Okay. Do I take it? I take 4. So that guy's down to 2.
And then takes...
$1 billion. Oh, just roll it.
Yeah, 8.
So he's dead. What is he?
Do they have deadly demise?
No.
All right, and then the unit will take 8 mortal wounds.
Okay. I'll take 6.
Then the heavy stubber, 6 shots. This also gets devastating wound, funny enough. So 1 mortal wound plus 3 saves at no AP.
So 2 ups. So I'll take 2. Do I take them? Okay. I do. So he's dead. Yeah, that's too bad. I don't think I can kill that big knight anymore.
And then I'll just roll all of these together because I guess we gotta do it one at a time, don't we? I've just got a bunch of havoc launchers. I'm gonna zone. Oops.
Oh yeah, because the first guy could like shoot the other guy out of blast, right?
I would have to kill 2 to deblast them, so we're probably fine.
Oh, that's true. But it could happen.
So I'll just roll. I'll do it in batches of 2. So
Yep.
I've got 4 of them remaining. So first 2 are going to be 8. Oh crap! I guess this is going to be my other carnivore because I realized the brains hit on 2s. Nice. Nothing.
Okay.
The stalker. Two wounds.
Big one. Down to 1.
And then finally we got 1 last brigand.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Yeah, I think the Turbigon's only
2
DOA.
hits.
Like, it's already DOA because
1 wound.
Termagants are, like, unplayable.
No AP.
The Zoanthrope still?
Yep.
Go in the box. Go in the box. Yay.
Couldn't pull 1. Okay. And that's our turn.
Yeah, I don't,
we don't score storm because we
does the
can't.
Rapid Ingress do anything
And
even?
we get 4 points on Bring It Down.
Sure.
I think less than 10 wounds is 2 points each.
Sure. All right. So
And that is my turn.
Have any scoring? I'll get an extra command point. What did you? Why did you source storm? Doesn't that not work on turn 1?
I didn't score storm.
Oh.
I
Bring it
scored
down.
just.
Bring it down. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. That's correct. Cool. All right. Let's see where we go. Can the war dogs can't move over people, right? Only the big guys.
No. They don't have it. Why is my alarm going off here? All right, take your movement phase. I'm gonna go figure out why my.
Yep. All right. So these guys need to peek that guy. So what does this movement look like? Yeah, honestly, I just straight up did not expect to lose 2 Carnifexes there. I thought I'd lose 1. I think we just try to clip out this dude. I can't kill this Tyrant, though, is the problem. Like, I don't have... There's nothing... I don't have the beef to deal with it. He doesn't have cards out. I don't know what its toughness is. I could shoot it with everything, or we could shoot all the war dogs. I don't know. I don't think I can... Like, I can't hold the middle objectives. So... I will piece these dudes out. I'll just advance this Lictor 5 inches. I think he's going to... it so you can't like end your movement over here. I guess we'll also put my engagement range. What's his base width? 4. So if we're 5 inches off the edge here, then he can't go through this way. He has to go around. I'm kind of into that. All right. And then the zones here, we'll just duck out and stay outside death laser beam range of that dude. Can I even do that? I think what I need to do is have like these guys be there and then have these guys go here so that they can see around the corner. At this guy. So we'll just do like this. And this guy will be over here. I do have the Tyrant here. I'll just advance them. 5. Alright. Oh, that's easy. So we'll just put everybody like over here. And we're just gonna hope that a billion laser beams blows everybody up and we don't have to worry about it anymore. These guys will advance. 1. I think they are 5 base, so they go 6. Yeah. These poor Zoanthropes get like such whiplash from the design team. Their stats just like keep changing dramatically.
At least they aren't going to be 70 points anymore.
Well, who knows? That document might be wrong.
True.
Guess this guy could go here. Let's see, like that, probably. Tyrant has to stay here for a bit. These guys will just peek over. Fortunately, I can't get the Pyrobores anywhere good. This Lictor will just chill in this objective, I think. We're all in advance for that guy. 5. I think we will try to just stand in front of you to make your movement hard.
Yeah, if I try to get past.
How big is your base? 3.9?
4 inches.
So, okay, so I have to be like there, I guess. 4.7 away from the table, that should be okay.
Okay.
These Zoanthropes don't have the benefit of advancing and doing stuff, so they're just going to peek out. And shoot this guy, I guess. I guess what we do is put like move the back ones farther first. Nice. So I don't think this guy has line of sight to anything. Oh, he could like shoot that other guy. Yeah, we'll do that. Good.
This could also advance without much penalty, right?
No. The Tyrant gives them assault, so that the only ones over here can advance and shoot.
Oh, they don't have assault baked in.
Yeah. Stormlord leaves his hidey hole. He just dies, so no reason to do that. The Fireboars can't do anything because they suck. But hopefully it's fine. Old One Eye. Just go fight the Desecrator. I think I'm okay if you want to like Overwatch me. I'll just come hang out with over here.
Yeah.
Hello.
I mean, I will.
Sure.
Go for it.
Do it.
Oh, I gotta pass the turn to you, don't I? There. That's where my other CP was.
Nice.
All right. Starting with the flame cannon.
Whoosh. Nice.
For 15 hits.
Mm-hmm.
And what is this thing?
Strength 8, right?
Probably. Yeah. Yes. 20 on 5s. 3 at AP1.
Okay. Save on 3s. Goes through. Ignore on 5s. Take 2.
The harpoon.
Yep.
Does not hit. That would have been funny. And then we've got 2 Geist Strike missiles.
Hey.
One of them hits. That's strength 12.
Nice.
Cool. And then we've got. Yeah, we're not going to reroll that. A twin desecrator cannon, D6, 2 shots at 6s. No. Okay.
Sweet. Alright, well that's the Overwatch sorted, I guess. I guess I should have done that first, and if you Overwatch, the Zoanthropes can go anywhere they want. This Pyroboar will advance 3. So he can go 8. Just go here. I guess we have to be 6 of the Tyrant. Can I be 6 of the Tyrant and actually see through this thing? No. So I'll just go here instead. 8 inches will get me there. Shoot that guy. Shoot that guy. This Pyroboar, he'll roll in advance. Roll big. Yay! It's not even big enough to hit anybody, though. So he's just gonna, I think, chill in the back here for now. Okay. The Venomthropes shuffled. The Bioboars are fine, so I think we'll call that good. Shooting phase. I'll Flamer Thrower you with this Pyroboar. Whoosh. 6 shots. On 5s. Rerolling. 2 wounds, EP1 on the War Dog.
Okay. Save both.
Nice. The Zoanthropes. These guys will all just shoot this Carnivore, I guess.
What's the AP on these weapons?
3.
AP 3. It's worth 3 points. I'll give him an invuln.
Sure. Hits on 3s. This one's lethal. Wound on 3s. 2 wounds. Sick. What a unit. Yay!
Fail both.
We'll slow roll. Just
2d6 plus 2.
So 4. I'm not gonna kill him. It's okay. Plus 7, so 11.
He's on 1.
Right. These guys will shoot. One dude will shoot the Carnivore. Everybody else will shoot the Desecrator.
Bold.
Does it only just do 1? I don't have any like little guns. Except for this Pyroboar, but he didn't go far enough. Yeah, we'll do 2 and 4, I guess. So 2
okay.
into the Carnivore. 2 hits. 2 wounds on your invuln. Lictor advanced chat.
Right to do that. Does he explode?
Yay!
Nope.
Into the Desecrator. 2 hits. What's the
T12.
So 4s. Cool. 240 points for that unit. These guys, we put these guys in line of sight. So 5 dudes here. This one shoots this guy, we said.
Okay.
Ew. Yep. So 5 dudes here. I think he gets cover. I don't know if that matters. Probably does, right? Oh no, he'd be
maybe.
on 5s either way, right? So 5
if it's
into
AP3,
the,
then yeah.
Yeah, 5 into the Brigand. 3 hits, wins on 3s, 2-1 wound. Holy shit.
Does not save.
D6 plus 1. Take 7. Good thing we can roll 6 for damage. The last guy will shoot the other Brigand. Hits, wounds. Nice.
Does not save.
2 damage. Alright. Biovores will just drop spore mines. I guess what I could have done is I only need 2 spores, so maybe I could have shot one guy at that guy, try to devastate him. But I would have been needed like a 5 to hit. Let me grab some spore mines. Doop. So we'll just put 1 like over here, 9 inches away from you. And 1 like over here. And 1 like, the last one doesn't make a huge difference. We could put it like awkwardly here. Sure. Okay. Old One Eye will just charge the Brigand, I guess.
Okay.
Hiya! Wow, that sucks.
He gets there.
I was hoping to go around the other side of his base a little bit more. Ta-da! Help fight you, I guess.
Yeah, I don't have CP for it.
Could give him lethal on 5s. How much do I care? Do they have an invuln save in melee or only shooting?
No. Nah.
I will give him the better lethal, I guess. Because I don't really have anything else to spend my CP on. Yeah, whatever. Alright, here we go. I don't reroll because I don't have a unit anymore. Oh, and then the 5s and 6 wounded, and then these wound on 3s. 3 AP 3.
3 6-ups. Nope.
Nice. Hiya. Take 1 billion damage. 13. And then explode.
That'll kill.
Nice.
It does not explode.
I can't get base to you, so I can go towards this objective. So I guess we'll just sort of awkwardly stand in the way of you. Okay. I blew up 2 tanks, so I get 6 points?
6 points.
6 points. That's this one. And I get 4 for the other thing. And then it's your turn. And you get
There's a
a
whole
ton of points.
Yep. We'll get 6 on this objective, and I don't get that one.
Yep.
So
you
we'll get a 9.
9.
Right.
No, 12.
Oh, right, because I have the back one.
Yeah.
Is there a max on that?
I'm gonna be honest. I think the OC on the big knights is like a little bit abusive.
The
Like,
OC10.
I don't know how you take an objective from them without killing them. Like I don't. Like how did
you?
like what? You put like
I don't
5
have enough experience in
intercessors,
this
then they
edition to
overwatch
answer
and
that.
kill it. Like I don't, like what?
Yeah, maybe they go down to 8, but I would not know yet.
Yeah. Well, I like honestly, they should be like 1.
All right. So moving around wise, so we got a storm hostile objective. Look at that. There's an objective to storm.
You did it.
Nah, can't get over you. Yeah, that's properly
I've
placed.
cleverly stopped you from moving 3
Look
more
at-
inches.
Look at that.
Got him.
And this lictor is actually doing quite a bit well.
I'm sorry.
Um,
Do I use my free strat to overwatch this guy?
which guy? Oh, the
guy.
big knight.
I'm thinking about it. Maybe I just pay for it. And then use my free strat somewhere else. Kind of want to. Sure. Whatever. I think I'm about to get run over by carnivores. So let's roll some dice. 6s for lethal hits. 1 wound. Take that.
5 up.
Yes.
Ouch.
Take 4 damage. Worth a CP.
Down to 18.
Got him. I mean, like, Tyranid profiles are really low. I honestly, like, I'm not sure you can be, like, you can worry so much about Tyranid profiles because they're just unplayably bad. Like, Tyranids are so bad that I don't think you compare them to any other faction in the game. They're, like, playing a different game.
Over here looking at those Zoanthrope. That works. Let the Stalker kill the Lictor first. And the Spore Mine. That means that they do the close stealth target. We get extra AP against you. You have 4 Zoanthrope?
They don't have armor, so the extra AP doesn't do anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Their armor is 5, so bone save is always better.
Carnivore, come over here in case 9 needs to be flipped. And, like, you're just gonna make more. Like, they can't take my objectives. Like, probably.
I guess you could just kill them with indirect if you wanted to.
I could, but then you just replace them, and like I've achieved nothing.
Yeah.
So it's either achieve nothing or do some chip damage to some actually
right.
Stuff.
Shoot the Zoanthropes that are actually gonna potentially kill you. I agree with that.
Yeah. I think that's our movement,
that's a good way to put it. Like, literally, their profiles are the same as they were in 8th edition.
We are going to shoot
like,
guns.
it's insane. Like, other factions got buffs to their stat lines, and Tyranids went back to 8th edition profiles.
Yeah, I'll spend my CP
almost
on
across the board.
And
it's almost identical.
Count as being in range of the Desecrator, so they reroll to hit.
Sweet. That's the 2 Brigands.
Yeah.
Oh, does this guy need a Battle Shock?
Oh, yes, he totally does.
Yeah!
Leadership 6. He's fine.
He's fine.
Okay. Let's start with the Tyrant. He's going to fire all of his main guns into here, into those Zoanthropes.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll put the Harpoon into Old One Eye.
Okay. I will do 5+. Feel no pain on them.
Okay.
And
we'll start with the Harpoon.
You're -1 to hit me.
Oh, yes.
Because of the Venomthropes. But not on Old
Harpoon.
One Eye. He's just chilling. You hit.
Hits. Give me a 4.
You did it.
That is 12 mortal wounds.
Okay. Yep. He doesn't freak out, right? No. Bye.
Carnifexes don't freak out?
No. They
That's
didn't
weird.
in 9th edition either. They just
What?
tacitly accepted their fate. Yeah.
That
Only
doesn't
the
seem
bigger
very
stuff. It's because they're like
Carnifex.
a little tiny dreadnought. I don't know.
They're like the size of elephants.
Yeah. When have you ever known an elephant to freak out, though? Elephants are. Elephants are.
I'm pretty sure that was a mechanic in like the Total War games. All right. Let's do Flamer to the Zoanthropes.
Sure. -1 to hit. Got him.
9.
Nice. 3
And wounding on 3s.
Whoosh. Ew.
Oh, not great.
Save
4
on
-1.
2
damage each.
Ignore on 5s. 1 damage. Pull. Doesn't really matter. This guy I got? This guy.
2 Geist Strike missiles. Hits once. Strength 12. 1 wounds.
Good.
And Desecrator Cannon. 6 shots.
Oh, yeah,
3s.
he's got one of them because he has 2 missile launchers. Sick.
Yeah, I only rolled 1d6.
Yep. Yeah, I was just like, isn't it 2 guns?
Oh, okay.
But I was going through this.
Yeah,
process
you
in my
can
head.
do 2 missiles, 1
Right.
cannon, or the other one.
Yeah.
2 wins.
2 4-ups. And
Damage
a
1.
5-up. Take 1. Just put it on this guy.
Alright, and I guess I didn't
We 6 here. Actually, we should keep this guy.
Meltas
so
get wasted. I didn't say where they went now.
Oh,
They have
actually,
any
I
spell
don't care about
targets.
Synapse. I am Synapse. Duh.
Alright. Yeah, so this War Dog Stalker will fire Havoc Launcher into the Zoanthropes.
Yeah, the Tyranid Gem Stealers seem okay,
and,
but I have no
Chain
idea
Cannon
how you
Collector.
deliver them. No
Now, we can't
idea.
actually see the Zoanthropes because he's not building, right?
Probably. Yeah, I don't think so.
But you can see me because interesting rules. 12 shots into the Lictor. Do you have stealth?
Yeah.
Okay, well, 4 still hit.
Yeah, good thing you didn't roll
Toughness?
any 3s at all.
Yeah. Toughness?
Toughness 5. Toughness 6.
Oh, 4s. 1. -1.
I will take 1. How many wounds do they have?
And then into the Zoans.
Oh my god, they have 6 wounds. Holy shit.
Crap. Two wounds on the Zoanthropes over here.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna use my free. Oh no, I can't use my free shot. They're too far away. Oop, yeah, so let's just eat it. One guy dies.
Okay.
Because he was wounded.
God damn, really? Alright, we'll probably just charge him. This brigand is going to put all of his big
get
guns
your extra AP on my spore mine. Got him.
Yeah, actually, that guy's going to get a little annoying, so we'll put a Havoc on line.
Okay.
Just to avoid a little bit of move block. We'll start with the Melta. It's on 2s. Strength 12, yeah, wounding on 2s. Zoanthropes.
So 2 wounds?
Yep.
1 goes through. It's Melta
6.
range? No, it's not, because it's 12 inches.
4 damage. And then chain gun.
Burp.
1s. 3s. 8.
1 guy dies.
Havoc into the mine. Okay. Toughness 1, right?
Yeah, something stupid. I don't think they have a save either. I think they're 7 up.
And then this brigand will put same targets, and then we'll go into these zones over here.
Okay.
So Melta. It's. Wait, why did I roll again? That was 1 wound. Sorry. Should not have rolled 3 times.
Okay. This is into these guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 1 guy dies.
Well, it's D6. So
oh, because you
maybe
did not have melted, yeah. Oh, my chance fucked up.
3 damage.
Whoop. Nice.
Chain cannon. Seven.
2.
Havoc launcher to the other side.
Yep.
3 shots.
Yeah.
1 wound.
On a 4. Ignore on a 5. Good.
Nice. So that's these 3 guys shot. So we've got this carnivore left. And it'll go into these zoanthropes over here because you actually.
Yep.
Killing one of them. D6. 3. On force. No. Desecrator. I mean, yeah, he'll just if he shot and killed the Lictor, no, he would not be able to charge them. So he'll just fire everything to the zone here.
Okay.
6 shots. 3s. That's going to be 2 wins.
Nice.
Big cannon.
Is it 3 shots or D3 shots?
It's 3 shots now. Used to be 2.
Hmm.
I mean, I'll double check because I might have totally misread that. No, it's 3.
Nice. Is it the... Which one is like weirdly D3 blast? Oh, it's the volcano lance. That's the one.
Yeah, that
The
one.
awkwardly D3 blast.
Yeah, the chance of just not doing
this is
the
into
casino
the
gun.
this is into the
Zoanthropes. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, they're okay.
Nice. Okay, that's all of my guns.
Cool.
Huzzah. This desecrator will charge the lictor.
Okay.
4. Does that not get you over his base? Oh my god, my guy.
Correct.
Alright, we'll like do a weird, like we can probably do that. That's
dance.
probably the best we can do.
Nice.
Yeah. And then this stalker will charge
Cool.
7. Whop. And then we will fight you.
Okay. I'm
so
gonna
this
swing first here.
Oh yeah, you fight first.
Yeah.
Good point.
What does the stalker have in melee?
Slaughter Claw. 6
Oh,
attacks,
it's like
3 strength 12.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just swing at the. And the desecrator's got the big fist, right?
Yeah.
So I am 6 attacks and again 2s, and I'm precise, so this is good against your character. So it's gonna be super strong. I'm gonna choose to assign the wounds to the desecrator, by the way.
Okay.
I hit every time. Win at 5s. No lethals though. 1 wound, AP 2. Take that.
5 up. No.
All right. Well, that sucks. Punch this dude. I guess.
So then the stalker over here. Let me make sure this guy's got 6 attacks because that was a con file that I was reading. Oh wow, no, that's
is 4 attacks.
4 attacks. Okay.
I don't think I do anything special in melee. Nope, just an invuln save.
Yep. You are 6 inches away from other units, so I do have +1.
I think you already went on 2s though, so.
Oh yeah. Well, now I'm gonna wound you on 1s.
Got him. You got me. You'll get there by -1 to wound.
Why did I don't hit you on 2s. Did I actually only hit once? Wait, was I completely mindless there? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
3 +
1 wound.
So there's 1 wound. All right. I save on a 5, I guess.
Or wait.
What?
No, if that was the hit roll, I need to make a loop, but I'm.
Oh, all right.
Fuck it.
I mean,
there, -3. I don't know what I'm doing.
I will fail the save, and I don't have any CP to roll, so yeah, I just fail it. Do I die?
D6
roll a 1.
2.
Yay!
Okay.
1, 2. Get wrecked.
3 damage.
I'll fight back, I guess. On 2s and on 5s. This one, lethals. 2 wounds, AP 2. Take 4 damage.
Oh my god.
Lictor, go.
Oh my god. Alright, a desecrator goes. You have 6 wounds, you say?
I do.
Alright, what is your deal?
Inky's treat box.
Wait for him to come back.
One of Tyranids' big problems is they have good profiles in melee. I don't think that they do, though.
Alright, 4 attacks.
Go.
On 3s.
Inky.
On 2s. Squeeze. -3.
How many? 3? I'm gonna make all 5 ups. No, I made 1 instead.
Take 16 damage.
Ow!
And I can't consolidate because I'm already on the objective. All right. Yeah, that is the turn. Yay. So I get another 2 points on Bring It Down. Oh wait, that primary should be here.
Indeed.
2 points on Bring It Down, and I got Strong Hostile Objective.
Indeed.
And it goes over to you.
Okay. I will.
You get a 3 on primary. First off, I suppose.
Primary. That's good. Not the last one of those we'll get, I think. Let's move my body. So I don't have anything to do in the command phase. I have to roll some battle shock though. This guy. 3d6 because we're synapse. You're okay. The lictor technically.
-1.
It's okay. Nobody else. Cool.
Did you roll for these zones?
They lost one guy.
Yep, and Chaos Knight detachment. You have to roll time. You lose
Sure.
models.
They're okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's rock and roll. They all stand still. Or will they? This guy's going to advance, I think. His gun's not really worth anything. What's their move? 6? Oh, do I not have their card? What have I done? Terrible. Give me a Pyrobor. Show me a Pyrobor. Pyrobor card. Pyrobor card. Is it in here? Why don't I have it? There it is. Oh, they named them, actually. I didn't even notice. I should have been reading the words. They are move 5. Yeah, why would they be move 6? That would be insane. So I could, like, run this dude. He'll roll in advance, and we'll just see what we get. Hiya. 4. So I go 9. Can clear the wall. So we could go here. I'm just gonna clone him, just so I can I move him without worrying about weird stuff. So I could go here, and you only move 8, right? So that should stop you from moving. So he'll go there. This Biovore will go off the inch of the wall. This Lictor will chill in the back. Now I kind of wish that this Hive Tyrant actually had a ranged attack, but he doesn't, so that's great. Cool.
He doesn't have a. He's not. He doesn't have the Venom Cannon he's modeled with.
No, I didn't give him the Venom Cannon. The Venom Cannon's like worthless. It's not worth shooting. It's so bad. The D3 stats AP 2. It's like unspeakable. Let's see. I can't even get anywhere. They're so slow. What the fuck?
Could you stick Zoanthropes in a Tyrannocyte?
Sure. Could also just deploy them and then like move around. Far am I moving here? I think we're just gonna hope I blow this dude up. Stay more than 18 away from you. Ten las cannons. What do we get with 10 las cannons? Is the real question. These guys will like do this kind of thing. Biowars might actually just shoot at people. This Lictor will fall back. Oh, yeah, we'll just be more than 6 away from him in case he dies. Zoanthropes will shoot the wounded guy, so they're gonna be like this. And I'll roll an advance for the tyrant. 3, so we can go 12. If I go. Oh boy. Call that 3 because it's all his collider's all fucked. 4, 5, and 7. Could go there. I just get one shot by this thing though. There's like no way to stop it, so there's no reason for me to leave cover. I don't know, man. These Zoanthropes will just go, so those guys are in stealth. Yeah, and I guess you just go that way and shoot me. Because I can't even hide behind this thing, because you see through it. Cool. That's fun. Alright, well, this will just... None of our models will move, and we'll pass the turn. I'll do shooting phase... I'll advance this guy. Come on. Alright, well, I can't do anything, so it's fine. Go to 6. He'll run over here. Shooting phase. We'll do these 2 dudes into the Wounded Brigand.
Okay.
2 hits. 2 wounds. That's good.
5 ups.
Yeah.
Nope.
Do we roll terribly? No. Take a bunch of damage.
Does he explode?
We got one! Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Get you another 3 on bring.
Yay. The big Zoanthrope unit over here will shoot this Desecrator.
I will give those desk.
Yeah, good inbound save.
Yep.
Good inbound. Blam. 2 lethals. Blam. 4 wounds. Let's go.
Ooh.
Plan blow up a knight. Is it go? 2. 2d6 plus 2. Take 11.
All right, he's down to 7.
The other unit. Blam. Blam. 2.
Fails 2 more.
We'll slow him in case I fail to kill him. No, he just dies.
Okay, you got him.
Oh,
Does he explode? No.
Yay, Zoanthropes. You're the best. The Biovores. We don't need to get engaged right now, so there's not really a reason to shoot with the Biovores. I guess... Oh, yeah, because I can't put Spore Mines on him. No, we're doing a little bit of damage. We're getting there, slowly but surely. I don't know if I will ever get primary, but, well, we're killing people. The Biovores... I'll put 1 Spore Mine over here. And I'll put 1 Spore Mine over here. It doesn't do anything really, right? It doesn't even prevent your movement because you just move normal. I guess it makes this guy's movement like slightly harder. And then we'll put 1 Spore Mine. I'll just shoot. I'll just shoot this guy with the last Biovore. D3 shots. 1 shot. It lethals, but it's not devastating. So just 1 at EP 1, I think.
With cover.
Yeah, it'd be AP1, so it'd be ignores with cover, like it washes with cover.
Okay.
Those Spore Mines can't take objectives, chat. They're OC0. Do you save it?
Yeah, I rolled a 3.
Oh, sweet. All right. I don't charge anything, so I think we just pass. And hit the button to you.
All right. We'll score another 9.
Yep.
Or 12, sorry.
Yep. And I got engage again. Someday I'll score primary. That can be for later.
Is this enhancement?
That's a problem for.
Yeah, I think this is kind of going to be, and this is only my second game of it. I think this is kind of the night game plan, is just rush into the middle and try to disrupt as much as you can. For Aura of Terror, it is the end of your command phase bears some range of an objective marker.
Yeah, Chad, I'll start putting wounds back on Old One Eye's corpse in the corpse pile. He's back up to 3, but he's still not on the battlefield. So whoops.
We're gonna make this.
He's like bumping up against the invisible wall. He's like, "Let me back in. I'm healing. I'm healing."
If Old One Eye had Angron's rules.
Yeah.
Born in biomass. All right, what are we doing here? I think at the moment we are looking at what just happened over here, and like, oh yeah, zoanthropes are scary. Let's all of them.
I did shoot him with 11 las cannons.
Yes.
Lethal hits. Those are lethal hitting las cannons.
Even in a world of less, damage output, 11 las cannons should do something.
Yeah.
The Tyrant's gonna walk over here.
You did kill 2 Carnifexes with like 1 gun, so I feel like.
Yeah, no, it's worth it. That his gun is way better than it was in that, even though they changed the damage.
Yeah, it's super good.
Okay, this carnivore, I guess we'll go slap a pyrovore.
I never played 2nd edition, chat, but I remember the 4th edition.
Stalker.
Oh no, the 5th edition regen rules was like you
get
roll
there?
out a 5-up for every wound the unit
he's
had
gonna go over there
currently
and get ready
taken,
to
and
do
you
that.
slowly gain them back over the course. It was fucking rad. It was so good.
This brigand over. Do we just like have a staring contest with this lictor while we say excuse me and try to shoot zoanthropes?
Lictor, I hardly knew her.
Probably. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Just hang out over here. How's it going?
Hey there.
Hope you're having a good time.
I'm having a great time. This Lictor did 2 damage.
That Lictor did 4 damage.
He did 4. That's twice as many.
He chunked the knight.
Lictor's too strong. Nerf Lictors.
Yeah, nerf Tyranids in general.
Nerf Tyranids. Always strikes first, and they're 2 damage? Are you kidding me?
Madness.
And precision.
This is blasphemy. Alright, this Night Tyrant will shoot first.
Oh, I think these Spore Mines might blow up on you.
Oh, yeah, I mean, go for it.
I don't know how they work, so I'm going to have to read the codex.
I think that might make my life a little easier, actually.
Yeah. So,
I don't have to dedicate weapons to them.
I doubt that it's optional. Where's the Spore Mine? There they are. Each time an enemy unit ends a move within 3 inches, and each time a model in this unit ends a move within 3 inches of an enemy, roll 1d6. Yeah, so it's not optional. On a 2+, you take a mortal wound. On a 6, you take d3. Alright. So 2 guys explode on you. So 1 mortal wound plus...
d3 plus 1.
So 4 mortal wounds.
4 mortal wounds.
Yeah, Spore Mines, let's go!
Alright, then. Well, watch me roll 6 to wound.
That's like
on your
80 points
zoanthropes
worth of damage on you.
It actually kind of is. 4, I think. This guy's like 600 points.
Oh, yeah, let's go. That was 100 points of damage right there.
Alright.
Are you shooting me with a gun? That's rude.
All of the guns.
I will... oh, should I Overwatch you, though? That's a real question. Yes, of course, because we're memeing today. I'm gonna shoot you with these 5 zoanthropes.
Okay.
Zoo! Just kidding, I didn't. And then I'll just give them the 5-up ignore, I think. I'm not using any more strats this turn. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do that
Hitting
with
you
my
on-
free one, because I'm not going to do any other ones.
You in range for this? Oh, yeah, it's 12.
Yeah,
actually.
12 from the turn.
Okay. Hitting you on a 2. Hits. Wounding you on a 2, but give me a 6. No. Alright, 1 in vuln.
Would have been rude.
That would have killed 4 zoanthropes.
Well, maybe. They have the 5-up.
Oh, there's 1 on 2
so
wounds.
super
Okay.
does this,
We annihilate 1.
yeah, that guy turns into.
And then we'll
all
fire the
sorts of soup.
flamer, which should have shot first.
Oh, they are
13.
-1 to hit, because they should be, because of that dude.
They are?
I guess they were. I don't know if that works. I guess they don't.
Is it 3 inches on the zoanthropes?
No, it's 6.
On the venoms?
Yeah, it's this guy's out, so I guess I'm not, because I.
Yeah, I
Lost
pre-measured
them
it
in range.
beforehand because
Oh,
I thought
okay.
about that. I think they're out of range
Yeah,
for the
should have
venoms.
measured them more carefully, I guess. Go for it. I guess it doesn't matter. You're shooting me with like a flamethrower. I don't really care that much.
Yeah, this is a flamethrower. Okay, 11 wounds at damage 2.
Okay.
What?
I like your dice roller. It's really. Oh, what was that? Try that again. This is weird. All right, 1 guy dies. Or no, they don't. They don't even die. They don't even care. They're not even
Desecrator
worried.
cannon.
Just spiking
7
dice on
shots because you
all
were
day
5
today.
at the start of this.
Yep.
Threes. Okay.
Okay. Huh. This is missiles.
This is the missiles. Yep.
1 goes through. Do.
I
how
think
much
it's gonna be like d6 plus 1.
Oh my god.
Now I gotta check.
Oh, he survives. If it is. What the fuck?
It's d6 plus 1. My brother in Christ.
That was nuts. That was nuts, so. I
All
for
right.
sure should have lost at least like 3 dudes there. Maybe 4.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, we'll have the Wardog Stalker shoot at that.
You won't get +1 AP on me. Yeah, you're good.
The Stalkers don't get that though.
Oh, yeah. that's fair.
They get the +1 to wound when you're outside of 6 of friends.
Get wrecked. They're too friendly
Yep,
with each
I know.
other.
Damn it, they have friends. Okay, so we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna fire the Havoc into the Zoanthropes over here.
Sure.
12 shots. Freeze. 7.
So he's dead. 1 guy is wounded.
Havoc launcher. 5 shots. 4s. 1 save.
Good.
Does that one get a? Does this squad have a feel no pain?
Oh, you shot these guys? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was saying the Havoc launcher was going in.
Oh, okay. I thought they was all on the same target.
Oh, there you go.
So he's dead.
Okay. And then this brigand will fire a. We'll put a Melta in your face here, and then everything else into this Zoanthrope.
Okay. -1 to hit the lictor.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay,
Yes.
hitting on 3s.
Yes.
Wounding on a
Strength
2
alive.
with AP 5 because you're the closest valid target.
It's strength 12.
Yeah.
Wow. Yep, he's dead. Goodbye.
Take 9 damage.
I think that's more than I had. I didn't check though, but I'm just assuming. Well, it is.
All right, chain cannon 2s. 3s. 7.
7 on the blue guys.
Yeah, on the Zoanthrope.
Oh, he's dead.
Get out.
Got him.
Then we got a carnivore who will just put his Havoc on to the
Sure.
5 shots. Can you see them? Yes, you can.
Probably. Yeah, for sure.
3s.
For sure.
2. You have a feel no pain.
Oh yeah, I do. I was so used to taking damage on the blue guys. I failed it. That's what I get for forgetting.
Ah. Okay. And with that, we'll go to the charge phase. This carnivore will charge your pyrovore.
Okay. I'll just stand there and watch you.
6.
Whoa.
Ah.
Crazy. Wild.
This tyrant will just go for the 11.
Sure.
I guess that doesn't. It gives me movement. That's why.
Not on the
Yeah,
snake eyes,
that's
though.
fine. Not on that. Everyone else is chilling. Your pyrovores don't have fight first, do they?
No. Only the lictors.
Okay. All right. Carnivores do have 6 attacks, hitting on 2s. Strength 12.
Probably 2s. Well, I think I still die. What's my save?
AP 3.
Save on 6s. What's the damage?
2d6 plus 4.
Oh, they only have
take
4
12
wounds.
damage.
Jesus, yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Take a 60 mil base model with 4 wounds. I don't know why I rolled 2 dice, but he doesn't freak out. Okay.
And I can't. The only thing I could do is go back onto the objective, right?
Correct.
Which is honestly probably fine. Okay. Cool. I think that's me. What do? I don't think I actually stormed anything. I don't think I was physically able to.
Correct.
Didn't bring anything down either. Okay. Goes back to your turn.
Yay. All right. I get 3 again. That's just how this goes. I will. He's trying to steal the treats.
And before we get to your movement, you'll need 2 battle shocks. So, squad.
Yeah. So number 1.
What's their leadership? 7?
Yeah.
Alright, so make it up.
Love it.
Almost failed.
Love it. Yeah, leadership 7 on 3d6 is tough to fail. We got within 2 of failing.
You are leadership 8, but around us, but still pretty good.
Let's see. I will. Oh my god, Cat! Holy shit! You already had treats. Stop being a woofs. Here, go hang out up there. I'm gonna put a treats away real quick. All right. I will. Don't really know what I do. I will move my guys. Is Pyrovore doing melee? Is he okay? No, very bad, in fact. All right. He's just gonna move. Yeah, I think we'll just start walking up. The zoanthropes will go to the objective. The venomthropes don't really do anything to you because they're the infantry. So that's okay. The I will just move them, I think.
Are the Venom Throw grippy hands any good in melee?
No. Strength 2, AP 0.
Oh. Are they at least anti-infantry?
Yeah. Yes, they are. Let's see. These guys, I think, will just stay far away. But I guess the problem is that... Oh, no, I'm going to shoot you with a Pyroboar, so I don't care about giving you cover. I guess it's not possible for me to get outside 18. And also have line of sight too. So, who cares? We'll just go forward then. And then this friend will come in again. Go. 2. And 4. And 6. Oh, Jesus. And 9. I guess I'll move Swarmlord. Okay. Shooting. I will. I'll Pyrobore you, I guess. I'm just gonna shoot both Pyrobores at him, so I'm just gonna roll 2d6. So let's go. Whoa!
What's the AP on these?
1. You don't even care. 2 wounds. Save on 2.
Goes to AP 0 because of the panoply, so 2 up save.
Look at that.
It's good.
All right. But we get rid of cover. The 2
I don't think Tyrants could get cover.
Yeah, they can.
In the first place.
As long, if you're obscured by a ruin, you get cover.
I thought Towering couldn't. I thought that excluded Towering.
Only forests ruins give it.
Oh,
great. So if you stand behind a building, you see through it, and it gives you cover. Awesome.
Oh, so you're telling me that this guy can have a 2-up save with Armor of Contempt in cover?
Yeah.
Oh, we're back in 8th edition. Or 9th edition.
1 wound from these guys onto you. AP 3.
And what's their AP?
3.
Is it down to AP 2, 4-up save?
Yep. Yay.
Nope.
Blam. Take 4. The big unit. Also shoot you.
Don't do that again.
Blam. Those miss that autos. 3 more wounds.
Oh, come on. You're wounding me on 5s. So many autos.
Am I?
He's T13.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Well, I guess I am. I just assumed he was T12.
I'll just roll these one at a time. 1 fail. I guess we'll see. We'll CP it right here.
Nice.
Passes. Fails.
Okay. Take 4 more. I guess the Swarmlord will shoot you.
Oh no.
Whoosh. 8.
Actually, this gun's kind of decent.
Nah, it sucks.
I don't know if into Knights.
It's not good against anything, honestly. Nothing.
It's a flamer, right?
Yeah, but it's an AP1 flamer, so it's basically not like AP1 is essentially not a profile in this edition. If you're not AP2 or higher, you might as well not show up. All right, I'll just charge you, I think, with the Venomthropes.
I'll Overwatch you, I suppose.
On the Venomthropes? All right.
I mean, what else is coming in? Because I can't. Because like if they make it in, like I can't over.
Sure, you can.
Can't.
Your vehicle.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Good point. Then I will hold that. Forgot about that. Thank you.
Go 10. I don't think going over here makes a huge difference. Okay. Might as well go with this Pyrobore. Just kidding. The Tyrants.
All right, I will Overwatch that guy.
Sure.
Let's just start with the Harpoon because if I roll a 6 here, it'll be funny.
Oh,
Damn.
Nice.
And then Flamer. 7.
T10.
5s. 2 wounds, AP 1.
Some number. Yeah, I should have put a Venom Thrope there. That's okay. So 1 goes through
I think
for 2.
Yep. For 2, and then we got the missiles. Nope, and the Desecrator Cannon. 1 hit, wounding on A5 with Twin Linked.
Cool.
Nope.
I did roll an 8. I don't know if we want to reroll
Okay,
it or not.
yeah. That's fine.
I'll just go over here. Base. Swarm Lord. Can't charge anybody because he's slow. Oh, I forgot to shoot my Biovores. Do you mind?
No, go for it.
I'm just going to... I'll just shoot them at the big knight. I'm just going to try to blow it up.
Okay.
Because we have Devastating, right? So we're just hoping... We're just fishing for 6s. Yeah. So 3d3. These get extra and hitting on 5s. And roll up a 6. No wounds. All right, fair enough. Swinging. We'll just attack with the Tyrant.
Has he got like Lash Whip Sword or whatever it is?
Bone Sword.
So what's the strength?
9. Is 2s
What?
to hit. What?
9?
Yeah.
That's it?
This are you paying attention? This is Tyranids. Every profile in this faction is fucking trash. It's good if you roll a billion 6s. It is twin linked, so all 6 wound, DP 2. So just save on 3s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll save on 3s.
Yep. And even
I should have just saved my CP 5 up, feel no pain, or 6 up, feel no pain.
Yeah.
All right, how much damage?
Just 3. 3. Okay. We'll try with the little guys. Unless you want to interrupt on them, but I don't think you do.
I don't have command points to do it.
Oh, I'm strength 3. Sorry, I'm not strength 2.
Oh.
Look at me go. Yeah. Only lethal once and wounded once. So 2 AP 0.
1 of the DP0 you said?
2.
2 up. He's good.
Nice. All right. That's all my attacks.
Well, he's not much better, so I guess I'll just try to do a little bit of damage to the Hive Tyrant.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? 4 on 4s. Wait, what's the toughness of Venomthropes?
5.
He might actually do something for them. He'll just step on them.
Sure.
They all hit. Strength 8. 3 wounds, AP 1. Damage 2.
This guy goes down to 1. I'll put on this guy.
Do they have a thing where? Do they have that thing from before where they can prevent me from falling back?
I don't believe so. Nope.
Okay.
They literally just do the -1 to hit thing. That's my turn. I'll pass it, and I'll.
I gotta battle shock my Tyrant.
To warp you in your command phase.
All right, so 2 battle shocks from that Tyrant.
Yeah.
6 passes the first one, passes the second one. Carnivore over here.
Yay.
I would fail. I don't think that Carnivore minds. He just gets no strats. OC0 actually kind of sucks a bit.
You can't insane bravery it, so.
I could, but I'm gonna save it for this guy because he can stick you that middle projector. Oh, I can't?
No, because it's not in your battle shock step. It's in your command phase. Your command step.
Oh, this guy fails as well.
Yay! We're going up in the world.
And then the Brigand. Oh, he fails too.
So
I score 0 on.
That's
I score 0 on.
You get 3.
This turn.
Oh no, you get 6 because you have these 2.
Oh yeah, I already have them.
You just don't get. Yeah, you don't get the extra 6.
I don't get to make this one sticky.
Yeah. Now fall back with the Tyrant, and I'll kill you with Desperate. With the no fallback thing. That'll be great.
What is that one again?
Oh, I guess he didn't battle shock, so it doesn't matter. If he battle shocked, it would have mattered, but he didn't. Because he has to take dangerous to escape, but he doesn't because he passed his check.
He is 1 wound off of being bracketed, so he's just going to walk this way.
Nice. I'll Overwatch him.
Okay. Go for it.
My strats suck. Let's fucking
I
roll that.
laugh now.
Ooh. One wound.
Fuck.
Yeah. Get him.
4 up.
Get him. No.
No. All right, he's over there. This brigand is going to walk over here. I think we're gonna. Does the Swarmlord have any weird defense?
Nope.
No.
It's just
Okay.
a 10 wound monster.
Carnivore. Get over there.
This faction's
Get
so
'em.
bad, dude. It's like ludicrous. Like, do you guys like have any rules? Like, no. Just here. Just hang out.
Damn, Codex creep really catching up to Tyranids this edition.
I know, it's because they were the first index to be shown off. That was the problem.
Yeah, we'll get you close in case I need to like claw you in the face.
I mean, we saw the
Scratch your face.
Hierophant profile chat. There's no way Harry is playable.
That is that. So guns time. And we'll start with the Tyrant. And he'll put his Meltaguns and his Poon Hive Tyrant. Everything else will go big squad of Thropes.
Okay.
Starting with, oh, yep.
I'll pay for one of them to have a 5-up, and then I'll do the other one for free.
All right, they both got 5-ups. Cool.
Yeah.
Into the Tyrant. The Harpoon on a 3. Yep.
Nice.
Give me a 4.
Wrecked.
Fuck it.
Do it. Oh no.
12 mortal wounds.
I think you mean 7 mortal wounds. I'm on 1.
And then 2 Meltaguns. 3s or 4. Wounding on
D10.
5s, Twin Link.
Yep. Good thing.
Okay.
Nice.
And then we'll do Flamestorm Cannon and 8. Alright, 5.
4s. And then
4 damage.
nobody's wounded, right? Nope. Take 2.
And then the Desecrator Cannon. 4 shots. Just misses, and then the missiles.
Okay.
Miss. Okay.
Nice.
Sometimes that'll happen, I guess. This brigand is going to fire everything in Havoc.
Sure.
Hive Tyrant.
Yep.
Meltas. Hitting on 2s. Wounds you.
Goes through.
D6 plus 4.
6.
6 damage.
Yep.
Chain cannon. 5s. Okay. 6 at AP 2 because you're the closest eligible target.
I'll take 2 down to 2.
Okay. Havoc launcher into the Hive Tyrant.
8 damage from a War Dog. Good stuff.
Okay, those all hit the Hive Tyrant. 6s. 2 saves.
This is from Indirect.
Indirect, yeah.
So I was gonna slow roll. I'll use my adapted reroll. Okay. Sick.
Feel no pain?
Don't freak out. Oh yeah, I have a 5-up. No. Don't freak out. No. Cool.
That's why we have those. And then the Stalker here fires everything into these Thropes. 12 shots. Seven.
7 on 4s and ignore on 5s. Take 4. So you're dead and someone else is dead.
And then Havoc Launcher. They were still. You're there 7 shots. Two.
Both go through. Take one.
Okay. Charge phase.
Let's go.
Yep. Carnivore is gonna go smack the swarm.
Mm-hmm.
Try to. You are battle shocked. The token. Oh, you are covering battle shock. I see. He'll stand where he is probably,
Yeah.
and then the tyrant will charge these zoantropes.
Okay.
9.
Nice.
All right, fight phase. You do have 2 CP, so we'll fight with the carnivore.
Yep.
And I think the slaughter claw is just better here in every situation. There's like no reason to strike with the chain pound carnivores.
I guess I could get a damage score, but it's not going to do anything, so I'm not going to bother.
Right, hitting on 2s.
Nice.
Strength 12, winning on 3s.
3. Just got to boss these.
Yippee 3.
Nailed it. Oh. Do we live? We do! Let's go.
Those live, alright. And then the tyrant, 4 attacks on 4s.
Yep.
Why did I... Oh, that's why I didn't tank shock. I was out of CP.
Also, your battle shock. Oh, this guy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I could have done either. But he didn't matter too much. 1 hit. 1 wound. 2 damage.
Take 2. Nobody's wounded, so just down this guy. I can't randomly... You don't do damage when I fail battle shock, right?
I can for a command point, but I don't have a command.
Okay. Alright. So, just me fighting. We'll just swing the Swarmlord. He's got 8 on 2s. He might be damaged. Oh, no, they don't damage. I do miss 3, though, because he's awesome. And then 5s, rerolling. 4 wounds on your AP2. So on 5 ups, I guess. Please fail them all.
5 ups.
No, he lives.
9 damage total?
Yeah, it's 3 each, yeah.
Okay.
Same. Maybe
It's
I should
down
have
to 3.
CP'd one of those misses. That's still kind of unlikely that I did that much damage, to be fair. Okay.
So with that, we will storm. Oh yeah, the zones fight.
I can't go in. Going the objective doesn't matter, so who cares? 2 hits, no wounds. All right.
All right, so we will storm an objective. This is round 4. We did kill a tyrant, which gives us 3 points on Bring It Down.
Yeah.
And we got a 6 on primary. And it goes over to you.
Okay. I get a 3 now again. I mean, I don't think there's a way I win, right? Because I can't beat you on primary anymore, I don't think. You're up 16.
Yeah, and I mean, you could probably bring down this guy for 5 points. Like,
unlikely.
Like, what happens if you max out Bring It Down the table? It's actually not that far off. It's not that unlikely. You would get an additional 11 points on Bring.
Yeah, so it's like,
which you've scored 8.
You probably have a tough time stopping me from getting all my engage.
Yeah, you get all your engages. I pretty much said you were going to get that.
Get 5,
but
then,
oh yeah, you get 4 for 5 rounds.
And then maybe I get 6 on the bottom. That's like my maximum score, basically.
And then right,
and I can't prevent these from locking because I'm not like physically fast enough. So you'll get at least 6 for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Oop, that's 7.
So with that alone,
and
I would have to find 2 points, 3 points. means either Swarm
Yeah,
Lord dies
you just take this for
or
4.
I hold an additional objective.
Yeah, you just take this one for
doesn't count
4.
for it.
And I don't think Swarm Lord's gonna survive. I can't fall back and charge. So like, he either just like stands there and hopes he kills you, like on shitty wounds, and like maybe you fluff because you're damaged or something. But there's nothing real I can do there.
Right.
Yeah, I just don't think I can deal the.
So yeah, we can call it there if we wanna.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Well, good game.
Yeah,
sort of.
That was something.
Knights.
I
guess I'll ask you. Do you think this was Knights or Tyranids?
I think it's Tyranids. Like, if I have any reasonable damage output, then you can't just like walk into the 3 middle objectives and stand there all game, because I like actually threaten you. But like, my whole army killed like 1 War Dog in the first turn, right? Like,
you killed 2.
Did I?
You got old One Eye flipped one.
Oh, sure. Yeah. But because I can't deal any damage to the big knights, and to be fair, I kind of got lucky on the Desecrator.
I mean, that's kind of what happens to them. Like, if you pass their save, there's not much else they can do. There's no more damage reduction or anything like that.
Yeah.
And they've lost 2 wounds, so they can go down with concentrated fire. But the Tyrant takes way too much effort right now because your Zoanthropes are wounding him on 5s, and he has a 4-up save against their attacks just natively.
Right.
Potentially a 3-up if he has cover.
Right.
Yeah, I think this guy's really, really good.
Yeah. I'm glad I had the Pyrovores, so at least I can get through cover. But they're a little slow, unfortunately. Move 5, range 12, not assault is like, what? Kind of weird.
Yeah. When I played like 1 practice game with them, and I took like a squad of Gene Stealers to the Brute Lord. They did okay. Just to kind of have something to kind of mix it up in the middle of the board.
Right, but like, how do you like it? They don't get to charge anything though. Is like the problem. Like in this situation, right? Like, where do they go where they don't just get killed by this dude?
Oh yeah, I guess that would be the prime target for the Flamestorm Cannon.
Yeah, like their profile. Like if you look at every like anti-infantry weapon in the game, it like matches perfectly with Gene Stealer specifically. And so like random like. Oh, like half the indirect fire in the game is like strength 8, AP 2, 2 damage, just like kills them immediately. Like Desolators are like strength 4, ignore cover, so you just like put them on a 5-up save. And then like every Flamer is like wounds on a 4 re-rolling or wounds on a 2, or like a 3 re-rolling or something. So like, if you can't confirm the charge from out of line of sight, they just like get fucking destroyed.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I think that unit's like. The unit's good if you can connect with it, and I think sometimes it'll connect with it and it'll be great, but I'm just like, it's so expensive. It's like 270 points for this unit that's like, does it get there?
And I guess also Tyranifexes, no luck with them either?
No, not really.
No? Yeah.
No, the Rupture Cannon's like basically worthless. The Flamer's good, but again, you have to have infantry basically. And it's kind of like this defense skew. It's kind of like this guy, but it only costs like 180 points or something. So it's just like -1 damage, a 2+ save plus cover, and it just runs into the middle with a 5-up damage ignore. And your opponent, like, they'll kill it, but they have to. It takes like most of their round of shooting to kill it. So you kind of get to like just sort of bully the center a little bit. But if you're all vehicles, you don't really care.
Right.
You just don't even shoot at it, and you just fight it in melee, and it goes away. What do I think the best Tyranid list is? It's probably Gene Stealer cults. Real talk. Maybe I should have reserved. I think what I should have done is taken the redeploy Warlord trait on the Tyrant instead of the other one, and then put the Carnifexes in reserve, probably. Because then I don't know if you have that much to shoot at. Like maybe a Pyrovore or 2 I can't hide from the Desecrator, which I not really care about. And then they can like rapid egress. I don't know where I rapid egress though. Back here?
Probably on the side that doesn't have the Knights.
Yeah, it's
because they went over here. Like they could probably weather through the War Dogs that were hanging out over here.
Yeah, those
They might
meltas are
win that
brutal,
fight.
though. The fact that the meltas are like randomly shrink 12 is like super nuts.
Yeah, I mean it's.
don't really
I mean
understand that,
on a War Dog profile, it's pretty much the only anti-tank gun they have.
the redeploy enhancement works before rolling who goes first. Does it? No way. When does it?
Oh
trigger?
yeah, I was reading it. Yeah, no, sure it does. It's like,
Okay, well that's worthless then.
oh yeah, I think that's how most of them work.
There's no way it works like that. What is it? After both players have deployed their armies. Oh yeah, it's not before, not after, not start of first battle round or whatever. So where is the timing in the core rules? That's where, yeah, just after deployment. That's awful.
Yeah, we do have precedent of this kind of it working that way with the what was it, Blood Axe supplement? They had a thing that did that.
Yeah, it's in this section. Yeah, I think rules as written, it probably happens in step 6, but I have a sneaking suspicion it's like the same thing in 9th edition, where they were like, redeployment abilities happen after deployment, and then they made like a whole FAQ where after deployment actually happened in step 8, and I have a sneaking suspicion that'll happen. So, well, I guess we'll just assume that it does nothing until we get the FAQ document, and then we'll know. Yeah, all right. So I guess I don't feel bad that I didn't take it.
Does nothing. You could do some sick fake outs on.
Oh, got him. I mean, it's like a 15 point or a 20 point upgrade for your lictors, right? Where your lictors can like stand in the front and stop infiltrators from deploying, and then they run away. So it's like, it's not totally worthless, but it's probably not worth.
It's not great.
The issue in Tyranids is like every single one of your characters is at least like 160 points. So
yeah.
Allegedly. So you just don't have enough space to fit enhancements, because I can only take one on the Hive Tyrant, right?
Yeah.
So
The fact that she has lost the Tyranid Prime and the Neurothrope as character options seems rough.
We got a Wings Tyranid Prime though, so that's great.
Which is going to go away when the Codex comes out and they strikes.
Yeah, and he's just like a unit champion.
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, he'll be a guy, I imagine, because he's got his own kit and stuff. He'll have like a blister pack you can buy.
But they'll have a Wing Tyranid Prime and not a regular Tyranid Prime?
Maybe.
Because isn't the Tyranid Prime like a sergeant for those ones?
Yeah, he's just the sergeant upgrade. But I think that's because he comes in the warrior kit. It's like it's a little bit you put on a warrior. And I think they wanted to amalgamate everything that builds out of a kit to be just part of that unit, so you don't like buy kits to build additional extra dudes.
Okay. Yeah. Everyone was complaining about Barb Gaunts being broken, overpowered, and now it's just like...
Were they? Oh, I did see somebody. I did see one thread on Reddit that was like, "Should they be nerfed so you can't give multiple things -2 movement?" Like, are you serious?
Yeah,
that ability's worthless.
Yeah, I'm in a Discord where there's a lot of Doom posting and stuff, and like every time a release comes out, they post every broken combo they can find, and it's just not it's not a good time. It's not a good time in there. They don't want to have fun.
I mean, like, understanding the broken combos is good, but also...
Yes, but they're doing it to be worried about...
look
how much the game sucks now.
I would not be worried about Barb Gaunts being too strong.
Hey, maybe Neuro Gaunts will actually be like 3 points a model, and you just take a C of them.
Yeah, but they're OC at 1. Like, they don't even take objectives. Like, I don't know. What are you supposed to do with those things? Like maybe you just take like 120 Hormagaunts or something. Maybe that's the actual gameplay.
I thought Hormagaunts were kind of neat, being able to advance charge and get onto objectives and stuff.
Yeah, that's probably the next thing I try. These Zoanthropes did okay. I'd give them a solid.
I think you can generally. I think you can take like 10 of them and have a decent like firing platform.
Yeah.
You can like reserve them and pop them out on whichever side they need to.
Yeah.
How much value did you get out of the Swarm?
He got a bunch of command points. He let me frivolously Overwatch a bunch of times, which is great.
You're ending the game with
Theoretically, he's
3
supposed to
CP.
like anchor, but the problem is that like it's not survivable enough to actually break cover for a turn, and he can't advance and charge, so he doesn't. He's not fast enough to actually fight you. If he could just like
Right.
yeet out and then charge somebody who's like over here, then I'd be okay. But it takes him 2 turns to get there. Because his faction is like the slowest faction in the game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Death Guard, you know.
I mean, maybe. They've like
when
flesh
all
mowers
seems
and stuff.
wrong in the world, you could always be Death Guard.
Just like a Death Guard. I don't know. Death Guard have good guns though.
Yeah.
No, they're okay. I don't want to say they're good. They're fine.
And to any Death Guard players watching, just remember Tyranids.
Yeah, you could
We'll
be
just
Tyranids.
we'll just start a faction war there.
Yeah. All the other stuff that got spoiled seems okay. I'm actually a little bit worried about demons. I'm not sure where demons sit. They were a little bit less exciting than I thought they would be when I saw the full codex. It was like Be'lakor is sweet and the greater demons are sweet and everything else is like basically the same as it was in 9th. And you're like, yeah, okay. But we don't have reality rebels, so
yeah. It'll be interesting to see them. I think they're going to be more of a supplement. Like I know that someone was talking about bringing soul grinders in Death Guard.
Yeah.
I have to relook at the soul grinder data sheet to see why that'd be good, but apparently they're pretty excited about it.
Yeah, the soul grinders seem good. You can also, because like Death Guard's like offensive abilities don't rely on them like you being in their faction because they just reduce your stats. They like you can soup in like Chaos Knights and you can soup in like Executioners or Brigands or something and then reduce toughness by 1 and give you like a pretty good buff to wound.
Wait, does all of that stuff reduce toughness? Or is it still just the Death Guard guys?
The Death Guard guys do, but you can just take like a Death Guard Hellbrute and then you shoot someone and their toughness is -1 and then the War Dogs go ham on them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is that a thing that Death Guard Hellbrutes? I haven't seen the Death Guard rules.
Yeah,
yet.
the Death Guard Hellbrute, if it shoots, it's like its guns like are contagion range. So if you shoot someone, then you consider to be in contagion range for the rest of the turn.
That's interesting.
Kind of cool. It just shoots contagions on you. You're like, ew, it's sticky, gross.
That's cool. I just feel like -1 toughness has lost some value since they've stretched the spectrum.
Yeah. But it's still it's kind of it's good against the 9 through 12 is like the important stuff, and unfortunately that's where like a lot of their profiles are. Like all the Meltas strength 9 and all the las cannons are strength 12, so like manipulating toughness in that range is okay.
Yeah, I mean like most mainline battle tanks are like T10, like War Dogs and stuff. So you do that, and then you have your Mephitic Blight Haulers with +1 to wound vehicle.
Yeah.
So now they're wounding on 3s with their stuff.
Yeah, I think they're missile strength 10, right? So they'd wound on 2s with the missile and 3s with the Melta.
Oh yeah, that's not terrible.
That's something. But and you have strength 10 on the entropy cannons too, right? So you reduce a T10 down to T9 and the entropy cannons are wounding on 3s. And you reduce T9 down to T8 and their mortars wound on 4s.
Yeah. Originally I was thinking like T12 was going to be the equivalent of T8, but I'm thinking that's more like T10.
Yeah.
And like if you're toughness 12, you're like toughness 9.
Right.
Which
means it does feel that way.
This guy's like toughness 9.5.
Right, yeah. It's a really high toughness for sure. But like,
not as high as a Monolith.
Seems good. Yeah. Monolith doesn't have flamethrowers on it though.
Yeah.
Not even in melee anymore. I used to have flamethrowers in melee.
That is disappointing. That makes me sad.
Can get Magnus, 3 Vindicators, 2 Mutilate Vortex Beasts, 3 Brigands, Ahriman, 5 Rubiks, and 40 Cultists. How many cult points do you have then, though? I guess you get 1 free from Ahriman, but then you only have like 6 or 7. So you get like 1 free ritual. 8? Because of the Rubrics.
What was the... I was hearing about you could take a Knight Despoiler that double battle cannons and then take it in Thousand Suns and have that turn off armor saves.
Yeah.
That's what 2d6 plus 4d6 plus 12 at strength 10, 3 damage, blast, ignoring armor saves.
It's d6. It's d6 plus something, right? It's d6 plus 3.
D6 plus 3 with
fire.
rapid fire d6 plus 3, and you can take 2 of them.
Yeah. So we have 4d6 plus 12.
Yeah.
That's pretty
72
good.
inch range.
That's pretty good. And the 1,000 Suns thing doesn't require you to shoot them with the 1,000 Suns unit, right? It just requires you just have to.
I think it's a debuff on the enemy. I don't
yeah,
think
you
it's a
just
buff on
lose your armor
allies.
save. It is Twist of Fate. To the end of the phase, armor saving throws cannot be made. Yeah, that does seem good.
Yeah. I have to look more into the Chaos Marines, but so far I've been very impressed with. I've been impressed with Chaos Knights, though they are a bit inflexible.
Right.
Because at one point you're going to run into an army that can just kind of handle your bully rush.
Yeah.
But you know, that's something that you deal with, and you can always like just take a tyrant with like other chaos factions, and that probably elevates them pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah. It's well, they don't get enhancements, right? So they don't get the cool.
I mean, so he loses armor of
save.
contempt. He's still a 2-up T13 monster hunter with a good Overwatch.
Yeah. That seems fine. Chat is asking if you've tested a Rampager. I think this is your first game, right? So
This is my second game.
Oh, second game.
My first game, I was testing double abominants.
Was that
So
good? Those don't seem very good. I was unimpressed.
it was all right.
It was just like
going
they're
to
doing the
9
big
shots
AoE
is really.
aura. It's like,
Yeah, we did 9 more rider squad turn
hey.
with 1 gun, which was cool. One died turn 1, the other died turn 2.
Yeah.
So it wasn't great, but they had drawn enough fire that the 7 war dogs I could take pretty much held the middle of the board and prevented scoring. But yeah, they were pretty squishy, and they didn't put out a whole lot of output. But I think that 1 abominant mixed in with something might still be okay, because it's one of the only ways to get out of turn battle shock without allying in skull cannons.
Right.
That's another thing I want to try. I want to try taking Scarbrand and some skull cannons, and rapid ingressing Scarbrand, and then having him go to town with the melee punch.
Yeah, I guess that depends on points, right? Because you can have 500 points of demons.
Yeah, and I was looking at it. It's like, yeah, right now
you can probably
that's
get
just
like
over
him
500.
2, I bet. Like,
it's 10 points over 500. I think it's 510.
yeah, with the current points. I have a sneaking
Yeah,
suspicion that the graders drop a little bit, is what it seems like there is happening. But
Probably. Maybe not Scarbrand. Scarbrand seems really good.
it doesn't ignore invulns anymore, though.
Doesn't ignore invulns, but I mean, he doesn't bracket either.
Yeah, well, he does, but he gets better.
Yeah.
He gets extra attacks. Hi. Yeah, Scarbrand seems great. All the graders seem amazing. I don't know if there's any that.
The great
I guess like
unclean ones
the
kind of
Nurgle
they
stuff.
just don't die, but they don't really do a whole lot else.
Yeah. Yeah, they're also like they're kind of reliant on the Nurgle like Wombo combo, the Nurgle super combo, and
Yeah. I mean, as far as Nurgle goes, because I was about to say that Nurgle doesn't seem very good. Like on a map like this, Particulous Slime might not be terrible because he just makes all of these area terrains shadow.
Yeah, but like half of them are mostly in your deployment zone anyway, right? So it's like.
Yeah, and you can also just take like some infiltrating blue horrors and Nurglings to just make this shadow turn as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, the blue
the same
horrors
effect.
infiltrating seems great. Like having units of 10 infiltrators who are probably pretty cheap seems awesome. And you can't even like it's kind of annoying if you punch like charge you get the turn 1 charge on them and you don't kill them and they just turn into brimstones and then mortal you a bunch of times. Just like
Yeah.
they're just like, oh, I split to like 4 brimstones, take 3 immortals. And they just like accidentally kill half an Incursor squad or something. And you're like, this is annoying. Please stop, blue horse.
Yeah. So we're a little upset about Tyranids. It sounds like Death Guard were a bit underwhelming.
Yeah.
But for the most part, the stuff has been seeming like it's coming out pretty well. And I've been enjoying the games I've been playing, so I'm excited for 10th edition.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I need to get off the Tyranid train, unfortunately. I don't know. It's kind of like stealing my enthusiasm for it, but just because like this faction's fucking unplayable. It's so bad.
Yeah. What do you think you would play? Space Marines or something
I don't
else?
know. Like, I don't even want to play anything. Like I have a demon army. Like maybe I'll play some demons or something, but they seem a little spiky. I don't know.
Oh, they are chaos. That is kind of their MO.
Yeah. It was in like the ninth one was very spiky. Like they were super like it's like kind of super random, but because their secondaries were good, they just sort of fell back on that. And then I think honestly their secondaries were like way too strong to be fair. They were like the number 2 faction for ever since their
Yeah.
codex was relaunched. uh and I think like it just comes down to how many invulnerable saves you make now, which is a little bit weird. Like you don't there's not that much defensive technology. Like you can give them reroll ones on your invuln saves. I think that's like all they have, right?
I mean,
That's something.
it might help.
Eh.
Maybe
Good if they shoot
on
you with
one
a
guy.
bunch of attacks.
Well, on the bright side, Tyranid Codex is going to be in like a few months, right?
Yeah, they said the data sheets weren't changing though, and I think that's like the problem. I
Well,
don't
you'll
think the
you'll
Tyranid
get
like faction abilities and stuff are particularly bad, but their data sheets are like as everyone else got like either a side grade or like buffs from their 10th edition data sheets, and Tyranids literally went back to 8th. Their stats are almost identical to their 8th edition like stat lines,
yeah, 10
except
wound high tyrants. That's
they
kind of
lost their double
confused me.
move, they lost their advanced charge, they lost their double shoot. Like literally all of the like defensive technology or the stratagems and combos that they had from 8th edition are gone. So you're just like playing a bunch of really shitty profiles with no synergy. Okay, cool.
Yeah, maybe the best bet is like some Zoanthropes, Morgants to run onto objectives, some Gargoyles, and then maybe some Tyrannifexes just to, pull the slot machine and see if you get damage on a vehicle sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably play like Hormagaunts next because you can do like the 2 like they regenerate if you don't kill them, and you can do the like 2 units get criticals on 5, so you can just force like a million AP1 saves on somebody theoretically. They don't have any rerolls though. Nothing in this faction rerolls, so maybe it's not even that good.
What was it? Doc effects look kind of funny, where it's like you get like 30 shots with full rerolls if you put Old One Eye in the squad. I don't know how good that is.
Do
With lethal
you?
hits, it can't be that bad.
They shoot like 12 times, right? They're like
They
truly
get 2 of
terrible.
those, don't they?
I don't believe so.
I think they can take 2 of those 12 shot guns, plus some other random guns, and then all of it full rerolls, and then
Oh
auto
yeah,
wound
it's
on
like
6s.
a twin gun, right? It's not twin linked.
Oh yeah,
It's
and it's
like
also twin linked. I think you take 2
no, none of their
twin
stuff
like
is twin linked.
no.
Yeah,
Oh.
so you can get 24 strength 6 AP zeros, and then you just like fish for auto wounds. But AP zeros basically nothing.
It's not as bad now that 3-up saves can't go to 2s, but not great.
Yeah, but everybody's a 2+ save anyway. That's the problem. Like like because things can't go to 2s, people just don't take 3s. I think is the result. So everyone's on like the Vindicator train and stuff. So your average damage is like 2, maybe, onto a 2-up save vehicle.
Right.
Sick. Love that. Yeah, I was like wondering for a hot minute if the Death Spitters were okay, but the fact that it's like an amalgamated profile, so they only get 12 shots, is not very good, and their base strength really sucks.
Yeah, I'm sure that someone's gonna find some weird way to like take down like a 4-round event with Tyranids,
Yeah.
and no one else is gonna figure out how to do it. But
Yeah, it'll be some like weird rapid ingress stuff or whatever. You're just like, oh, we had really good, really heavy terrain, so we could deep strike everything all the time. Maybe that's okay. I don't know. Yeah. Is there a NIDS list I think is good? No. I don't believe so. So far. At least if there is one, I haven't found it. There also could be like funky point stuff. Tyranids could just be free. All your models cost 0 points. Trigons do seem great. I haven't played a Trigon yet because they haven't really fit into the list that I played. But I do need to play them. Not great against Knights, though. You're like, oh, Rapid Ingress behind this building. And they're like, okay, I'll shoot you. You're like, cool. Glad that we did that.
How many wounds do they have?
14.
Oh, he survives the harpoon.
That's true. But he doesn't survive the harpoon and 1 shot from the flamer. Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for playing, man.
Yeah, thanks for the game. Appreciate
Cheers.
it. And hopefully there is some revelation with Tyranids because, you know, you hate seeing a faction underperform this early on.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But it also means it'll probably be quickly adjusted.
Wow, in 3 months.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
I mean, hey, maybe they'll do a reverse Wotan.
Yeah, or they're just like,
this faction is unplayable. We are going to buff this.
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
Have a good one, man.
Cheers,
Thanks for the game. Cheers.
Chat. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That was a good game. I think it did end up being relatively close. But my opponent basically, like, kills Swarmlord for a bunch of points, for 4 points. 3 points. And then, and I think, did we score out the other Tyrant? We did. And then storms this objective for another 4. So I think the final score looks like that. And there's a non-zero chance I don't even get a 6 for the final primary. And I'm just stuck on 3 for the whole game. Because this faction's really slow. It's like insanely slow. Which is sort of shocking and frustrating. So, I don't know. Petition GW for 100-point monsters. Yeah. I mean, would that even do it? Like, then they just give up Bring It Down. Like, they just become reverse knights, but their weapons are worse. Like, compare... unironically, compare, like, the Rupture Cannon to the Dragon Spear... Or the Demon Breath Spear on the Stalkers, right? Excuse me, on the Brigands. And it's like the same gun. They just like, they basically are always Melta, and their strength is higher, but otherwise it's basically identical. It's like absolutely nuts. So this, yeah. You'd have to be like, and you can only take 3 of those. You run out of space eventually. I don't know, man. I'm gonna wait till points before I like throw in the towel, but it's not looking good, dude. I liked the zones, so I wonder if there's a list that like, and I felt like the Pyrovores maybe were overkill. You could maybe cut the Pyrovores; they're a little bit worse than I kind of anticipated. The Biovores are great. I like the Biovores. I like the Zoanthropes. Just being able to lock in 1 or 2 secondaries for free is insane. The Tyrants are good, but without Tyrant Guard, they just don't do anything. So you really need Tyrant Guard for them. So they're like shitty AP2 profile. It actually probably costs you 300 points rather than the 160 or whatever it should look like on the datasheet. But I wonder if you like cut the Carnifexes, and if Hormagaunts are 7, you could get like 40 or 50. 370 divided by 70 is 53. So maybe that's fine, and you can cut some support stuff and get like 60 or 80. Maybe that's okay. At least you don't give up no prisoners anymore. And yeah, that actually gives you the ability to take objectives, and then you can just be windmill slamming the Tyrant 5-up critical wounds every turn, or critical hits every turn. But it's only AP1. Like, you run into Armor of Contempt and they just do nothing, and then they all die. So, I don't know. I actually don't really think Gargoyles are strong, having played them. I thought they would be good because they're very fast, but the new Overwatch mechanics are so toxic. Like, if you imagine this situation, right? Like, this Gargoyle unit's like, advance. Like, I'm going to go advance and then shoot and then move again onto this objective. And the Tyrant just kills the unit in Overwatch immediately. And you're like, okay, just kidding. So, like, And then indirect fire kills them. They're just like too squishy, I think is the issue. .24-inch range on Overwatch is harsh. Yeah, it is a bit. I mean, to be fair, this thing only shoots... It only really Overwatches in 18, which is great. But if you have good Overwatch at 24 inches, it's going to be disgusting. We'll see how Imperial Knights work out. I'm a little bit worried about this, about the Valiant profile. What is this, Valiant? No. Is it a Valiant? Is that what it's called? Because like T13 2-up. With a auto-hitting weapon and a mortal wound gun is like pretty insane. Yeah, Knight Valiant is what it is called in Imperial Knights. Just battle shock them. It works every time. I battle shocked 3 out of 4 of the units in my opponent's army in this game, and it didn't do anything. It was literally worthless. It prevented them from scoring 3 points. Battle shock is like a non-starter of a mechanic, unfortunately. It just isn't really useful. Anyone can trigger it, not just the unit firing. I don't know what that means, chat. Anyone can trigger Overwatch? Are we still on talking about Overwatch? I mean, that's with the points already in there. You still have to shoot the thing that triggers the Overwatch. You can't, like... You can't move a thing. Do you have your opponent say, I'm not going to Overwatch it, and then move a different thing, and then they shoot the original thing. They still have to shoot whatever triggers Overwatch. Fortunately, that would be insane otherwise. I think the towering mechanics also aren't really a help for that, too. Because I think this thing's just really spiky, and the fact that it can Overwatch through walls is kind of silly. I think that roll was a mistake. I don't think Chaos Knights needed it, or Knights at all needed it, to be fair. Twin Length Flamers, yeah. Twin Length Flamers are great, for sure. Even Ignore Cover is like almost like a point of AP, honestly. So any Torrent weapons that Ignore Cover are good, which is weird because it's mostly Imperial Torrent weapons. So if you're not an Imperial, then you mostly get fucked. I don't know. Anyway, chats, I'm going to go ahead and pop off. Professional Casual is streaming Shatterpoints. We're going to go raid them. That sounds fun. Thanks, everyone, for coming and hanging out. And I will talk to you later. Cheers.